Hello everyone, welcome back to Average Joe Watch Reviews. Today we are doing a review on the Seiko Solar. And this is like a blackout type edition. I'm going to put a link below on where you can get this watch. It is actually currently on Amazon for actually under $200. And it has a lot of positive reviews, which I will actually scroll across the screen here. So, a little bit about the Seiko Solar. As you can see, it is very blacked out from the dial to the markers to the hands. It's even got a polished black bezel. The entire case is blacked out. The entire bracelet is blacked out, including the screws, which you don't typically see here. Okay. The only parts that you don't see that are blacked out would be the case back, okay? So this is a really what they would call murdered out watch, and it's really slick. As you can see, it looks different in different lights. So as you can see on this particular view, you can see a very distinct pattern here, which is it gives a dimension to the dial, which is really cool. But if you turn it a certain way, it just looks plain and black. And even when you turn the dial in certain ways, you get different effects on the hands and even the markers. So I was just reading a few of the reviews on Amazon, and I have to agree with some that this watch can be hard to read in low lights. But I mean, I think that's pretty much common sense when you look at a watch like this. When you buy a watch like this, you're not buying it for pure functionality. This watch is a very stealthy, very trendy. The blacked out look is very popular even in the car industry. So very understated. It really kind of just soars under the radar. And it's very minimalistic, and a lot of people really dig it, and so do I. So how are the dimensions on this watch? Let's take a look. So case size, we're looking at a 41 millimeter, and case depth size, we are looking at looks like a 10 millimeter case thickness. If you were to put an aftermarket strap on this watch, you are going to have yourself a hard time. Reason why I say that is because you have this little notch here. So it's not your typical straight through pattern. So you would actually have to have or buy an aftermarket strap that would have this type of indentation, which, I really couldn't help you out. I mean, you would have to really do some research. And the way that this strap goes on, it actually goes on with these particular screws. These screws here are to adjust or to take the band off. I don't know what you would replace it with, guys. I really don't. If you have any ideas, please list below, but that's why this one is still on this particular case. The case is prone to scratching, as you can see here. So it is prone to scratching, okay, guys? It does show fingerprints extremely easily, all right? So on a ruggedness factor, you really got to be careful of the watches that are coated in any way. Even with and this is a wristwatch check. This is the Hamilton. This is coated with rose gold. If you don't get a watch that has solid rose gold and it's plated, and I mean, this is really good job plating, you could still scratch, and I actually do have a little bit of a scratch right here, as you can see, and they did a good job with the plating, okay? So if you get a really good plating job, you can sometimes get away with scratching a watch. But this watch is over $1,000, so you would expect it to be more durable. This one here is under 200, so it's going to scratch. You know, if it's a deep enough scratch, yeah, I would definitely touch it up with just some simple black paint. I mean, I don't know how else you would do it. If anybody has any suggestions, just please post that below as well. This is 100 meters water resistant. I will post there on the bottom of the screen what that equals to in feet. This is solar, meaning that this needs sunlight. Now, I know that sounds like an obvious statement, but a lot of people are under the belief that you can keep this in a watch case and the light of the room, a light bulb, or even just a little bit of light that comes in is going to be sufficient enough. And I'm going to tell you guys it's not, okay? Once in a while, I'll actually leave this in the windowsill of a window and just have the sun beat down on for a full day. And then, you know, maybe I'll keep it in a drawer for, you know, a couple weeks. You know, I think that to me has worked, and I've had this watch for well over a year. So the great part about these solar watches is that they will last you a long time without having to change the battery. You should get 10 to 15 years. And these watches are competitive with the Citizen Eco Drive. Guys, I love Seiko and their brand. And Seiko does have a couple really nice solars, including this one. But they also have some nice divers. But I think the Eco Drive gets more respect in the watch world. I think the Eco Drive is, in my opinion, the standard of solar technology. But that's my personal opinion. And that's also coming from a guy that loves the Seiko brand even more than Citizen overall. But Citizen, I still love that as a company. So that's just my personal opinion, what I've seen personally. Again, you guys can comment below in regards to your opinion. So in regards to wearability, I will show you guys what this looks like on the wrist. I have a 7-inch wrist. And as we said, this is a 41 millimeter. And as you can see, it is a very nice size, okay? The crown doesn't protrude too much into the hand there, as you can see. Not too bad. I'd say this is just a very comfortable, it wears well. I think it wears a little bit smaller than a 41 in my opinion. I think it wears more like a 39-40. But that's just my opinion. You guys can definitely formulate your own. But this is just, as I said, it's a very stealthy watch, very classic watch, very minimalistic watch. Setting the time is extremely easy. You just pull the crown out 2 times, and you do it just like any other watch. Setting the date, you set the crown out 1 position, and you change the date pretty easily. I hope you guys enjoyed this short review. If you guys like minimalistic, blacked out watches for a good price, as I said before, I post down below where you can get this. Just simply click the link and you can pick this one up today. I thank you guys for watching. Please smash that like button and subscribe. Help support the channel. Thank you so much. Have a good day.